big, beautiful, loving planet called Earth. I have a few things I wanted to talk about. Like, do kind of like a little bit of an update on how I'm doing and what I've been doing over the last couple of days. So, recently within the last week, I finished a book the first book that I wanted to finish in the year of 2023. I finished Hogwarts Legacy in all four houses. That was over the last month and a half or 2 months. I just finished it in the Slytherin house. So basically, I'm good at from here on out. It's going to be focusing on watching movies, watching YouTube videos, watching movies on iTunes and any other streaming platform. But I will not be playing any video games for a while. Maybe this is a big if. I might or might not get back in building R2-D2, but I probably won't. I think I might hand it down to my brothers, or not hand it down, to hand it over to my brothers and let them complete it, because it's not that much left. It's like 5 or 6 bags of Legos, and then I want to start the next book, which is Where the Crawdads Sing. Finish that movie. Finish watching 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed. Then move on to the Scream films. Just watch 4, 5, and 6. So basically, we're not doing a whole lot now that I'm finished with all of the houses in Hogwarts Legacy. I really want to talk about the potential. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen. The potential that I could get a PlayStation 5 for Christmas or my birthday next year, because I really would like to have one so that I can play I can play so many different games, whether that be the Hogwarts Legacy version, the rest WWE, Ragnarok. That's God of War, if you don't know what that is. And so many more other games that could potentially, or that have been released that I have never played before. And maybe in the future we get new games that will be released at some point. But yeah, that's all of the stuff that I'm doing fine. I'm doing great, or not great. I'm doing good. I still have a lot of things that I would like to be better with my health and with who I am, but we're doing good. I'm doing good, and that's the most important thing. Is that I'm doing what I believe that I need to do for myself. And sure, I know that playing video games, watching YouTube videos, watching movies, watching Twitch streams, and all the other stuff that goes into what I do would be interesting. Now, I didn't want to talk about this because I'm not saying this is going to happen or this will, whatever the situation is. But for the next Hogwarts Legacy, the sequel, I would like to. This is just me personally. I want to point that out. I would like to have easier, side quests, relationship quests, things like that, and maybe a few less than what they had in the first game. And I'm not saying that they would do this, but I would like to see, potentially Nicholas Flamel have him have a small part in the next game, or Albus Dumbledore, or his brother Aberforth, or his sister Ariana. Something like that play a factor in the video game at some point. And I'd like to have, maybe potentially have Grindelwald as an antagonist, or maybe even have a young Tom Riddle in school, or something along those lines. Because, you get the black. you get Nigelius Black, who's the headmaster of Hogwarts Legacy in the first game. And you've got Weasley, Professor Weasley, and you've got maybe bring back Garlic, the herbology teacher. Maybe bring back Sharp as the potions teacher. Maybe bring back Professor Ronan as the charms teacher. And maybe bring, and I'm not saying you have to bring all these characters back, but definitely, have maybe Poppy Sweeting return, and Natasha Onai, and Professor Onai, her mom, and maybe just do things a little differently. I'm not saying you have to make a huge difference, other than, having a different antagonist, and maybe adding a few professors, and maybe doing something different for the 6th year, or maybe going back even further in the Hogwarts lore. It could go back to the Peveril times, where there's Cadmus, Antioch, or I can't remember the third brother, and do something with Beetles and the Bard. But I don't get me wrong. The first game was amazing. I'm just spitballing ideas here. I'm not saying that I would ever create that game, because that's probably already licensed and probably already in development, or they're trying to make it. Maybe it'll come out next year, or maybe it'll be the year after, but I'm just spitballing ideas of what they could do with the antagonist, adding new different characters, or even going farther back than having Weasley, Nigelius Black, who is Sirius's father, and figuring all that stuff out, because that would be cool. And this is just my opinion. It doesn't have to necessarily happen like that, but I'm just giving you guys my opinion. Now, we don't have any birthdays today, but I will say this. If you live in the United States, or if you live, I think it's only in the United States, that celebrates Thanksgiving, we are 1 week away from Thanksgiving as of today. So next Thursday is Thanksgiving. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know how everything's going to play out, but there's a potential, we might have it early because of some family member has to work. It's not my parents. Let's just put it that way. Anyways, so tomorrow there's 2 movies being released. Before I do the goodbye and the outro and the birth and the whole all that stuff. Tomorrow there's 2 movies being released. One is called Thanksgiving, and the other is called Hunger Games: The Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. And it has Cornelius Snow as a mentor, and he's mentoring Lucy Gray Laird, I believe is how you say her name, or something like that. It should be a good film to go and see. Now, with that being said, we have no birthdays, like I said earlier. No birthdays today. The next time we have birthdays is tomorrow. Everyone has a true love story out there in the world, whether she's close by you or he's close by you, however you want to look at it. But for me personally, she's out there somewhere, whether she's, within miles of me or within thousands of miles away from me. She's out there somewhere. And she's part of that celebrity world, whether it's music, whether it's acting, whether it's modeling, whether it's athlete/wrestler, whether it's YouTube, anything in those types of fields. But no one in the stripper world, no one in the porn star world, and no one in the bodybuilding world. I just don't feel comfortable going anywhere near those fields. But yeah, anyways, I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye-bye.